Okay, let me make it simple. Don't be a square pumpkin. Let me tell you what I mean. Good morning, my wonderful world. It's another early day. Back at it, regular routine. Oh, if you're looking for, let me show you this. If you're looking for a missile, you know, one of them intercontinental ballistic missiles, I got one to sell. I just wanted to say ICBM. Yeah, rocket's looking good. Should be delivered. Today is a, what is it, Tuesday morning? Got to deliver a rocket. No, today's Wednesday. Dadgum, life goes past quick. So, don't be a square pumpkin. You got to learn how to recognize opportunities. And let's go with this story. It's a little bit famous. So this farmer in Africa, he's hearing great tales about these giant stones. They're sparkly and all this other stuff. And if you can find even just one, it's worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So he gets allured into this idea that he wants to go and find them, spend his life chasing this thing. So he goes traveling the world looking for these things called diamonds. Turns out the man he sold his farm to is clearing the land, going across the property, and in the creek there he finds this huge stone. It was unusual, different kind of stone. Checks it out, turns out to be a giant, enormous diamond. And come to find out, his entire farm was covered in diamonds. And this comes from the story Acres of Diamonds by Russell Conwell, one of my favorites. But what is it about this story that makes us all go, oh, that poor guy, you know, he had acres of diamonds and then he threw himself in a river. And that's actually how the story goes, after a life of chasing and trying to find diamonds. I don't want you to throw yourself in the river because you spent your life chasing, trying to find some sort of opportunity when it was right there with you. And so that brings up, where are you at right now? If the guy would have taken a little time to learn his work, his craft, what he had, then he would have known he had his own acres of diamonds. No matter what business you're in, it's going to change. No matter what industry you're in, it's going to change. 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, within your lifetime. Like I remember when you could put, you know, Corey on countertops in a house and it would sell. And then along came, you know, granite countertops and, you know, different wood. You put wood floors in a house and so things go in cycles. But then there's the technology too. In my world, it's building codes and, you know, LED lighting right now is not even an option. We've taken telephones, jacks, out of houses, and that's standard. We don't even put, hey, anybody here? Of course not, it's like really early. I'm not mentioning that because I know it offends some people how early I get up and do my thing. But yeah, so you got this this whole looking for opportunities. You got to learn how to find them, but they're usually right there in your own farm. And so here goes the story about the square pumpkin. The square pumpkin is this guy, this farmer, he's has this glass jug there in the barn, grabs it, and he says, okay, I'm gonna, just for fun, stick this little pumpkin seedling inside. I'm gonna go and start my coffee. And so he takes this seedling, and you already know what happens. The pumpkin grows up, becomes a pumpkin, but it's inside this glass, this jug, and so he cracks the jug, and there you go. You got a funny shaped pumpkin. In fact, they make them over in Japan. I've seen watermelons done this way, just for fun, easy stacking. But what it is an invisible limitation on you, an invisible limitation on your life. You just stick yourself in a glass jug and say, this is it. Everybody has their jobs, and you can get better at it, and you can learn that one little insight thing that says, hey, this is a diamond. I think about the lady who came up with whiteout. See, we've already left whiteout. Nobody uses whiteout anymore. The lady made 80 million selling it to 3M. I love that story. So wherever you're at, you also can have your little side life. And this reminds me of the story that the preacher comes in on his horse and he sees this amazing garden and orchard and just looked beautiful on the four corners. The other corners were a little run down, you know, they weren't as good as this one. So when he finally gets into town, he goes to church, he sees the guy, and he's, oh, you own that one down there. That beautiful, beautiful garden and orchard. And he goes, yeah, I do. He goes, oh my gosh. Hey, Marianne.
Good morning, Brad.
He goes, man, God's blessed you with an amazing, amazing property. And the old boy looks at him like, well, you should have seen it when he had it all to himself. Go make something of your own garden, kids. Talk to y'all later. Bye. That there is the moon. It's 4:47. Time to go do it again.